Hello students, in this video we are going to cover chapter number 3, editing in GIMP. GIMP, maybe this is first time you are listening this name of the software GIMP. So GIMP will just a little bit brief is given here. So drawing object, firstly we are going to learn about the drawing object. So GIMP is a photo editing software. We can even create a drawing in GIMP using different drawing tools. So you might have used Microsoft Paint, or some of you might have used Photoshop. So this photo editing software more like Photoshop, but in this we can also create some object, we can draw some object, and that is what we are going to learn here. The chapter is not introduced here, the basic features are not given here, maybe it's given in the junior classes, and here to you it is about editing objects in GIMP. So let's start. First of all, I just want to show you how can we open the software. So if you have a Windows 7 or lower version, so you just go to start menu. If you have Windows 8, then we have to go to the app store or app page. Here you have to look for GIMP, and here is GIMP. I'm going to just click on this, and here the software is getting open for you. It's coming up, and here you can see the page is opening, and it's open here. So this software is open here. Now how can we create drawing here? We will just see. So your first step is to open GIMP, and here you have seen the software is open. Now in order to create object, what you have to do, you have to go to file is there, just click on this, and here you will see new option is there. You can alternately press Ctrl plus N button. So I'm just going to click on this new button, and here it is asking about the size of the canvas. You can just choose the size that you want. It's in a pixel, up and down like this. Whatever size you want you can choose, otherwise you can leave it like this only. And there are some advanced option also here. If you want the same size, you can just click on OK, and here you could see this is the canvas area. It has opened for you to draw. Now if I want to draw something on it, what I am going to do, I am going to go on this image window. I will just go to tool, and from here, so from tools you can see here some tools are there, selection tools, paint tool. So if you want to paint something, here are the number of the tools appearing here. And if you want to draw your objects with pencils, you can select this. You can select the paint brush also, or you can select eraser in order to erase the part of your painting. So I'm selecting paint brush tool. So I just click on the paint brush tool. Next step is you can change the foreground and background color. This here you can see the icon, and here this white is the background. If I draw anything here, it's a foreground. So red is a foreground. So if I'm going to draw anything, this will be done with the red color. You can change it if you want. On clicking the foreground color, here the palette appears. From here I can select anything. Let's say this is the what I want to select. I can just select it, and now it's a green color. If I want to change background, I will just click here. Okay, and I can change it anyway. Okay, here I have changed the background color. You can see red is the background color, and this is the foreground color. If I want to draw something here, it will be white over the red. So because this is foreground and this is background. This is how you can change. If you want to reset it, just click on here and it will be reset for. So after selecting the background and foreground color or of your choice, you can place the mouse pointer on the white blank area, press and hold left mouse and start drawing. Let's say we are going to draw a flower here like this, like this, no, like this and like this. So here we have drawn the flower. Now we will draw the leaves. So leaves are of green color. So here we can choose the green color and like this. Now I will just choose one more color here, maybe yellow. Okay, and here we can do something more drawing. Okay, yeah, this. So we have, after drawing everything, you can release your mouse. So this is how we have drawn a flower here. Now we are going to learn about creating basic shapes. So how to create basic shapes, this we are going to learn. First of all, you have to draw a shape from going to the tool menu, and here you will see selection tool. On hovering over selection tool menu, here you can see different type of shapes are there: rectangle shape, ellipse shape, free selection. So I'm going to choose the rectangle shape. So just hover the mouse on the page and press the left button and drag it diagonally to from left to right or from right to left, whatever you want. And this you can have by dragging it different direction. You can change the shape and size. Okay, so now I've left it. Now I just want to, here you can see the dotted lines are there. So now I want to fill it with some color. If you want, you can select the foreground and background color. Let's say I want the red color from here. So this I have just selected it. Okay, and again now I will go to this tool, pen tool, and fill bucket. Now you can see your mouse cursor shape has been changed, and just bring it here inside. As you bring it here, just click your left button and it is filled with the color you have chosen. So this is how you can create basic shapes and you can fill them with the color you want or the color you like. Now we will learn changing the size of image. EIMP opens an image in its original size. However, it is sometimes difficult to use an image in its original size. In this case, you can scale the image to increase or decrease its size. You can change the width and height of the image to modify its size. So once you have created an image in a certain dimension, so next time you want to use that image, but it is not always possible that you will be using the image in the same dimension. You may require it to change, means you may require to change the size of image sometime. You may require to increase or decrease the size, so that can be done in EIMP. So let's do. Okay, first of all we have to open the image. I'm just going to file menu, from here open, and I'm just clicking on this open, and you will see that the image will be open here. So this is the image here. Now let's say this is a bigger size. I don't want to use this size. I just want to use the reduced size of this image. So what I am going to do, first of all we have to open the image. This is done. Now next on the image window, here you can see Okay, image window, there's a image menu is there. Okay, this one I'm just clicking on this and you can see image menu appears here. A lot many options are there, and from here I will find scale image. So this is scale image. I'm just clicking on it and you can see scale image dialog box is appear here. So this dialog box here you can see many options are there here. Image size, width is there, height is there. So and here the scale. So whether I want to reduce the size in percentage or in pixels or inches or millimeters, points, whatever it is there. So that I can, suppose I want to do it in a percent. So what percent I want? Let's say I want 50%. So in a width I will supply the value. Okay, desired width, so 50% of the original size, and here in the height box also I'm going to do it 50%. This now I have done, and if you want to change here you can change it still whatever you want, but I have just selected it as a percent. Now after supplying this value and selecting the measurement unit, now I have to click on this scale button. You can see this is a scale button, and here I will just click on it, and now you can see the size of the image has been reduced. So this is, you can change the size of the image. Now next, okay, now cropping an image. So sometimes you may want to use only some parts of an image. In this case you can trim the image as required. The process is called cropping. Cropping nowadays, I hope everybody of you knows what is cropping, because in a mobile phone you used to edit the clips that you used to take with it. So here we are going to learn how to crop an image. I am just opening an image to image area, and this image is opened here, for example, and I want only one photograph from here. So the first step is to open the image. The image is opened here. Now next step, on the image window click the tool menu. So tool menu you have already utilized. So tool menu is there, and you can see the tool menu, many menus are there that appear here, and then from here you have to go to transform tools. So transform tools, a list of transform tools appears, and then we have to see crop option is there, and here we have to click on the crop button. Okay, I'm clicking on it, and here you can see the shape of the cursor has changed. And here suppose I just want to select one image, let's say this one. So I'm just keeping the pointer at one end, and now I'm just dragging it, and I have to select the area whichever I want to be a part of image, and then I'm releasing the button here, and you can see that only the selected area is brightened up and rest area is dim. So that means I want to crop this area only. So here I have to just click on the selected area, and you can see this image is there. So this is how we can crop an image. Now we are going to learn flipping an image. Flipping means setting its edges or side on different direction. So you can flip an image horizontally or vertically to create its mirror image. So first we have to open the image. Okay, selecting from the folder and clicking on open button. Okay, it is our school building. It has opened here. Now on image window we have to click on tool menu. So here the tool menu has opened. Now from tool menu just click on, just point to transform tool, point to transform. Okay, after pointing to this, again lot many menus have opened here, and from here you can see you have to click on flip option is there. On clicking it you can see the image of the cursor pointer has changed. Now I'm just clicking on this image and you can see the image has changed. See, okay. So this is how we can flip the image. So student, while working on your images, you may face some problem, you may get stuck somewhere. So now here in this section we are going to discuss how we can overcome the issues that we may face during working on the software. So getting unstuck, sometimes you may experience a few issues while working on GIMP. For example, the software may become unresponsive at times. However, there are solutions for these problems. So, you may experience some issues there while working on the software, but there are solutions for these problems. So, we are discussing one by one few problems. Problem number one, floating selection. Let's know what is floating selection. The floating selection is also called a floating layer. It is a temporary layer. Due to the floating layer, you cannot perform some actions on the layer. For example, you may not be able to draw on objects in a layer due to floating selection. Now one word is coming here, that is layer, and maybe you are not aware what is a layer. Here I can show you some staked eyes are there, and there are some names are written here. So actually these are the layers. What are layers? I will just try to explain it first, then we will move on to this problem number one. Layers are a transparent sheet. Transparent sheet means that we can look through. I will just show you how we can work on images. So I'm just going to draw something here using again your paintbrush tool. Let's say I have just drawn again one flower. Okay, so actually this is a layer, transparent layer. I can put one more layer here by going to layer menu and here new layer. Before that I just want to show you one, here is one eyes, so that is one layer. I mean this is a background layer, the bottommost layer. I just want to put one more transparent sheet over this. So the transparent sheet means the layer. I'm just clicking on the new layer, and here, okay, these are the features. I'm just clicking on OK, and here you can see one more layer has come here. You are still able to see this flower, but there is one more layer over this. Because the layers are transparent, that's why you are able to see that. If I will just click on these eyes, and you could see nothing is there because I have made this layer invisible. Okay, I will just click on there and it's there. So what I am going to make you understand, this part of this petal part of the flower is drawn on this background layer here, I want to draw the leaves of the flower on another layer, that is here I have this layer showing here. I will just go to again tool and paint tool, and before that I just want to select the foreground because it's leaf supposed to be in green color, and I'm just going to select it green. Okay, now going to tool and paint, and again paint brush, and here I can draw the leaves. Okay, all right. Now for you what you are seeing, you're seeing that the image seems to be at it is drawn on one piece of paper, but it's not show. I will just click on this eye. I'm making invisible here, and you could see that leaves gone because that is on other layer. I just want to bring it back. I will just click, and now this time I'm clicking on the background layer. So here you can see the things are drawn on the different layer. So just take example of a two transparent sheet. One part of image you have drawn on one sheet, and other you have drawn on the other sheet, and then put them together one over the other. So you will be able to see the whole image. So this is what is the layer. I hope you understand the concept of the layer. I can even put one more layer here. Okay, for example, one more layer here, and okay, and maybe I want to draw, let's say, one butterfly, one insect here. So I will just go to here and in brush. I'm not I don't know how to draw the insect, but let's say whatever it is. Okay, it's not perfect one. Okay, so this is the third one. I'm just clicking here, and it's gone. So three layers are there, and different things are drawn there on the three layers. Okay, so these are the layers. Now we are going to see if any temporary layer that we call floating layer is created, we are not able to draw on the image. Okay students, now I have drawn one more flower here, and now I just want to draw its leaves, and I have just changed the foreground color as a green. I'm just going again to the paint tools, and from here I'm selecting paint brush, and I'm just trying to draw the leaves, but it is not getting drawn. You can see nothing is happening here. So that means we have created a floating layer or a temporary layer, and I will just show you. It is here. You can see here, this is your temporary layer or floating selection floated layer. So because this has been created for some reason, and that's why we are not able to do anything on the active layer, this background layer. So this is the problem. If any times you face this problem, what you have to do, the solution is there. The solution is that you need to anchor the floating layer with the anchor command to an active layer to solve the floating layer issue. So how to do this? We have to go to on image window. We have to go to the layer menu. Here is the layer menu. Okay, all the command related to layer are here. At this layer menu appears, then click on the, here you can see one option, anchor layer. So we have to click on this anchor layer, and you can see that floated layer has gone. Now we can draw anything here. Okay, so this is, I hope you understand. There is one more solution to this, to remove this floated layer or to work on the image. You can create a new layer here. create a new layer, and that is also again it's gone. Now also we can draw. Okay, you can see now also we can draw. The floater layer is there, but still we can draw over this on the other layer. So this is how we can work. Now we are moving to problem number 2, hidden selections. A selected image has dotted line around it. Sometimes the dotted lines do not make the image detail clearly visible. So I will show that if I am selecting one image, how does it look. Okay, student, I have image here and I just want to select this image using my some of the selection tool. For that I have to go to tool menu, selection tools, and here I'm free selecting the free select one that is available here. Also you can select it from here also. Okay, I'm just selecting this image. Okay, like this you can freely do that. Okay, okay, the moment I leave my mouse button, you can see dotted lines are there around the image. That means this is selected. Sometimes what happens, these dotted lines are not visible. So these dotted lines shows that what part of image is selected. I maybe want I want to delete this part, or maybe I want to move this part. Okay, so if these dotted line are not shown, so it will be difficult for us to find out the what part or of the image is selected. So here you could see that the dotted lines are there, the selected part is visible. But sometimes it may happen that you are not able to see the selected part, that dotted line is not there here. Then it will be a problem for you to see what part of image is selected. So this is the problem, and what is the solution for this? From the image window, just go to the view menu, and just clicking on the view menu, you can see lot many menus are there, and just coming down to this, you can see here show selection. So show selection option is not selected here, and we just click on this, and now here you can see the selected area of the image is again visible. So this is how you can make it again visible. Problem number 3, active layer is not visible. Sometimes you may not be able to view the layer you are currently working on. The symbol beside the layer in the layer sections indicate that it is visible. So sometimes the layer is not visible, and this is the problem. We will just see. So student, I have just shown you layers here. Here you can see 3 layers are there, and this you can see this layer, icon of this layer is surrounded by one rectangular shape. That means this is an active layer. If I click here, so this become active. If I click here, this become active. Let's say if you want to work on petals, so because this is petals one, if I want to check okay which part I want to work on, so I can work on that part. So if I want to work on petals, so I can just select that one. Okay, so for example I will just go to tools and paint tools and paint brush, and I can do something here. Okay, or I may want to work on leaves. Okay, but sometimes it may happen that these leaves are not visible. Here you can see the leaves are not there. I just want to work on that, but I am not finding where are the leaves. So for that this is the solution, and what is the this is the problem, and what is the solution? The solution, you have to on the layer dialog, we have to check whether the eye symbol is visible or not. So this we call layer panel or layer sections. Here we have to see whether it's visible or not. So here we can see the eye symbol is not visible, that means the layer is not visible. And what we have to do, we have to just click here and you will be able to see the leaves are there. So this is the solution for this problem when your active layer is not visible. Okay, now we are going to look into the problem number 4. No action can be performed on the active layer. So we want to perform some action, but we are not able to perform it. So there may be two reasons for not being able to view the actions performed on a layer. The first one is that the layer you are currently working on is not the first position like this. Okay, this is the first position. Okay, in the layer section, second thing is that the opacity of the layer is low. Now we will see it. So if you are unable to view the actions being performed on the layer, the first thing you can do that you can bring the current layer on the top of all the layers. So you can do it, suppose this is our active layer. So with these keys you can do that. Okay, suppose we want to bring it down, you can see here the from top it's a second position. We just want to bring on the top layer 1, it's a layer 1, and I will just click it here and layer 1 is on the top now. You can do it by dragging also, dragging it. Okay, so this is the first thing we can do. The second things may be the opacity of the layer is very low. Here is the opacity. What is opacity means? How much amount of light does it block? Because these are the transparent. If you don't, if the opacity is low, that means the transparency is less. So if the opacity is less, so you can increase the opacity of the image. Now this one has blocked that one, the layer that was below, the layer 2. So we have to increase the opacity here, and by increasing you will be able to see the other images below that. So this is how you can see that if your work, your actions on the layer are visible, you are able to perform your action. So that is all for today. Thank you very much.